There we go, that looks normal. Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. Or I guess today, the latest Worlds of Super ZZT livestream. It is October, barely at this point, but as is tradition, we always like to take a moment in October to celebrate Super ZZT's anniversary and maybe play some Super ZZT games. We only do 2 a year, because there's really not a lot, which is generally the story behind today's stream. Good old ZZT found its little success, started making Tim some money. He started investing in Leaves, and he also invested in this sequel, which is a mess of compromises, problems. There's just a lot of rough spots with poor old Super ZZT. But we love it anyway, because as it turns out, the shareware world in particular, Monster Zoo, which we're playing today, is really good. I think, like, out of all the official original ZZT worlds, might be one of the best, honestly. It's definitely up there. I put it to a vote for which of the 3 worlds we should play for Super ZZT today, and y'all just gave me a 3-way tie, so I made an executive decision and said, I want to play Monster Zoo, and that's what we're going to do today. Look at this giant title screen. How massive this is. Look at how professional it looks. Colorful. It's got an address right on screen at all times. I don't think Tim lives there anymore, so please don't get any ideas. Or Super ZZT. Let's go to the Monster Zoo here. Watch this introduction. Get things away. There's plenty about this game and such to discuss. The game and Super ZZT itself. Why this wonderful, far more colorful, featureful version sequel to ZZT just pretty much flopped from everything we can tell. Look at all these colors. You got backgrounds now? You don't need Super Toolkit or nothing? Volume 7 by Alan Pilgrim and Tim Sweeney. Can you conquer all 7 levels? That's what we're going to find out. We've got these water currents, we've got spiders now, we've got the dragons are a lie, actually. We've got snakes, protons, tigers. I don't think there's a sea monster. I gotta say, with each year, the older I get, the more watching the screen update like this gets unpleasant. We get the canonical order of the series here. Finally. We can give him a number. And, you know, keep an eye out for Best of ZZT. It'll be coming out in early 1992 from the new name in computer entertainment, Epic Mega Games. You heard about this new little company out there? They're making all kinds of great computer entertainment. So yeah, I guess our first big thing here is we scrolling now. We are no longer just a single fixed screen game. No, we can move around in all directions. It's something like, I think it's roughly the size of like 6 ZZT boards, almost, but not quite. Got these water currents to move us around, which is perfect for title screens, at least when you're actually looking at them. It's horrible for archival. S Bloom, thank you for following. It's a lot. It's just a very vibrant game. Oh, I have to press enter to continue. And then we're just immediately right back where we were. But yeah, compared to town, we've got color. Got a lot of color. Well, welcome on in. Glad you got some fond memories here. We're still kicking. Yeah, problems. Level 1 here of the Monster Zoo. I don't think I turned up the volume. Hope y'all can hear this lovely song. Actually, that doesn't sound bad. The 7th game in the ZZT series. Find plenty of action and several difficult challenges. Won't be easy to finish this one. This new series has a 4-way scrolling playfield. There is exciting new terrain and vibrant 16-color graphics. Oh man, I guess I just already said all this on the title screen. You will encounter creatures that are faster and smarter than before. They're really upselling this. By pressing H, you will get a free hint. Included several for each level. Only use them when you are really stuck. Let's see if I actually remember to use them this year. We're now at the lowest level of the Monster Zoo. An enormous, multi-level complex. You are probably wondering how you got down here. It is actually a series of unfortunate events, but to save time, I'll just tell you the end result. The zookeeper had a bad day, and when you came along, he took it out on you, and you thrown to the lowest level. The world's tallest zoo. Find keys that open doors to new levels. Make your way through the mazes. Solve the puzzles. Stay alert and keep up your guard. You will face grues, ogres, lions, tigers, piranhas, sea monsters, bears, dragons, giant spiders, snakes, and other creatures. Not all of them are bad, and some will help you if you treat them right. If you see the zookeeper again, make sure you are nice to him, or next time he might feed you to the monsters. By the way, Monster Zoo is shareware, so feel free to give copies to all of your friends. A lot to take in from the very beginning. They're really promoting this new game of theirs, which I guess makes sense. It's just so much fun. Got a few little balance changes from ZZT. We get 10 shots for our ammo now. We're able to shoot lines on grass. No longer are we limited to just fake walls that just pretend that you found a secret passage. Also, hello, welcome. All these lovely colors. This just kind of by default gets to be prettier than like any ZZT game for several years, to say the least. And it's got all kinds of great lore. The banana tree. Pick the bananas off the tree. Grues eat bananas and will be very hungry by the time you get to them. And as the case with many of ZZT games for me, I was introduced to things found outside of ZZT through ZZT, so the first thing I ever learned about grues is they love bananas. That they also love to eat people, that nobody told me about. I will get the banana. I will get all the bananas. Ellen Pilgrim has a lot of fun with this game. It could have just been a banana. It would have been a silly little thing. Yet, no, you have to pick like 6 bananas. You must. That's true. I don't think I knew much about bananas back then. I don't even think I knew what potassium was. I'm pretty sure all my banana facts are post Monster Zoo. Oh, we got a nice little banner here. Mega Games presents Monster. Can't really tell thanks to our fancy new sidebar, which is now on the left. But our health goes up by 10 now instead of just 1 for gems, which is fantastic. You can actually give the player health now without having to make dedicated objects for it. It also really incentivizes just, you know, picking up a stray gem. Sometimes a Roton attacks. Nice watercolors. Sorry, water currents. Only one color of water. This one. Oh, don't ever shoot forward when you're on the water or you just run right into your bullet. I don't know, I just always like this one a lot. Yes, you just get sent all over the place. It feels big for obvious reasons. Watch out for these loose snakes. Can't get a good screen there. I'm certain I've taken a screenshot of that by now. Divide it up into levels. Actually, what's our first hint? Collect all 6 bananas. I will. I did. Watch out for whirlpools. I'll try. Sure you get the white key. We'll keep that in mind. There's just some money. If the zookeeper didn't want us to shoot everything in the zoo, he shouldn't have thrown us to the bottom of the zoo. And also left all this ammo lying around. Like, we didn't come to the zoo with ammo. The ammo was provided. Doing great, so it's so complimentary. Thank you, game. I can enjoy these words of encouragement. Got trivia. What is the full name of the famous author C.S. Lewis? When I was visiting my family in August, I was just doing a crossword puzzle in the newspaper, and this was one of the clues. I was like, good, I know this, and I know exactly why I know this. Mr. Clive Staples here. Gems and 100 points, all that good stuff. Make sure we check the other side of the river. Don't want to miss that white key. Oh, it's actually not that big a deal if you miss the white key. You kind of just immediately loop back. It's a nice way to teach the player about how keys and doors work. It's a lot more action-focused than the original. I know we've seen some old company newsletters and stuff that do say that it was very specifically made easier than the original ZZT worlds, which, yeah, as a kid I could get a lot farther in this than I ever could in town. Oh, I'm not missing a key. It's just, you know, purple key like any other key. No longer are they special. Also, bears are now snakes. There's a lot of, like, weird ideas in Super ZZT. A lot of this stuff doesn't really get updated ever. If you're writing code, you still call them bears, even though the editor will call them snakes now. No more good bears. Not in this one. Gems giving you more health is, like, good. Oh, they're still ruffians. They're still there. Bears just got... I guess nobody liked shooting bears, but they liked shooting snakes? But at the same time, they also like to call centipedes snakes? Yeah, it's hard to say. Blue key. You have completed level 1. You're doing a good job so far. There are still many challenges ahead. Get the blue key and go up the river to get back to Monster Zoo Central. This key will allow you to access the next level. Good luck, bold adventurer. Alright. Get ready for the copyright strike, everybody. Here we go. There was nothing I could do about that lion in the river. If I shot forward, I just would have been hit by my own bullet. Probably should have made the river ride last a little longer, too, for this music. And we still get this neat little hub structure from the regular original games. It happens every year. Every time I play this game, I'm taking a real risk. To level 2. Oh, here's the guy. Here's the guy who threw me into a zoo. Monster Zoo Caretaker. You are now on level 2 of the enormous multi-level zoo. Some of the most vicious creatures are kept on this level. Expect to encounter lions, tigers, grus, ogres, rotons, and ruffians. You will also have to pass through the magic forest. This is not as easy as it seems. Alan Pilgrim does a good job of just, like, building these little places up. magic forest. It's not a normal forest. It's magic. Tigers still have guns. That hasn't changed. Tigers. Ogres. We got this nice little preview of what's to come. Whoa. Water, if you say so. Fake key. Sometimes we'll go for a swim. The trees will help you find the secret panel. That's my hint. Lion alert! We're about to enter a hungry den of lions. This is very dangerous territory. Here are 30 rounds of ammo. World Hero, thank you for... Gotta label your water so that people know. It's very important to know that it's not just a blue carpet. It does feel like you're in these little just animal enclosures, and then I guess unfortunately you are shooting all of them. Hang on, why was there... That was weird. Hit a wall. The font change is kind of weird. I prefer it this way, as Zeta does it now. A lot easier on the eyes, but it's still not very easy on the eyes. I remember it looking square when I played it as a kid, at least. I don't think it was a perfect square. There it is, a magic forest. Oh, actually, yeah, the CRT would certainly do that. I'm a talking maple tree. Some trees give you clues. The redwoods are the oldest and wisest. Listen to what they say and don't ignore their advice. Expect a lot of trees. Some food for strength. I always forget that the food function sign starts here, and it's not like a code red thing. Panel is 12 spaces west of you? Okay, well that's quite enough information. Use the 2 clues to find the coordinates. Pines, redwoods. Talking maple trees. Yeah, how'd they import those? Where is this zoo built? Is this in California? Open door. But yeah, as far as some of the ways the transition from ZZT to Super ZZT was a bit rushed, I think the scrolls are a pretty big one. It just covers up like 90% of the screen at this point. I don't know why you wouldn't just make it either fill the screen entirely or make it like fit in the board window. But you know, if you're playing with how long the line length is, that causes its own set of issues. So our 2 lined messages on the bottom because there's so little room for them. There's just a lot. Everything we know about ZZT is that it was very much a rush job. It was having grand plans to do like an online multiplayer BBS kind of thing where a whole bunch of people will be running around as these faces. And then it very quickly became clear that like, hey, it's the 90s and text mode games are not going to keep selling. Would have been neat to see, but instead, Epic, probably wisely for them at least, pivoted to what if we made like high-tech games with 256 colors instead. So this just kinda got very rushed. the next exhibit. Yeah. Warning. On ruffian alert. I'm making the conscious effort to not call these things rottens, which is always just how I read it as a kid. Yeah, the PC speaker also not super popular in the 90s. It's very much an, oh god, this is all I've got, huh? Is there anything else in here today? I will say that is one problem here. Everything loves to bunch up, because since the entire board is active at all times, pretty much, unless, like, you go out of your way to do some to, like, block the enemies, they will just continue to try to approach the player from wherever they are. Don't want to buy a sound card, then you're set. This is as good as it gets. You can still play Doom. Watch out for the ogres. Here we got some. Oh, they bleed. I always forget that they bleed. This fun Monster Zoo game is no. The ogres bleed though. Everything else just lightly vanishes when shot. But here, there's just a reminder of what you've done. It takes 3 shots to kill the ogres. So get to it. Walking right into these bullets today, huh? So the big thing with poor Super ZZT for why it really never took off, no matter what other reasons you can come up with, I feel like the biggest one is just the editor was hidden. It is not directly accessible from the main menu like ZZT's was, and having it accessible from that menu got a whole lot of kids into making games in the early 90s, and late 90s, and 2000s. Maybe even the 2010s, maybe not. I don't know if kids really the case then. I don't know. I mean, I guess part of it for Super ZZT is because the editor is extremely janky. It's still very much like in ZZT mode. It doesn't run in 40 column mode. You just get this really weird stretched view of things. There's entries in the menus that don't do anything. There's just a lot. But yeah, apparently he just didn't realize that a lot of the fun of ZZT was that you could make stuff for it. And the fact that it's not even promoted, like, I could at least see it being a thing that you only get if you register the program and pay money, but it's not even that. It is just hidden. Java version and everything have it. The grooves. This is the cage of the mother Gru. You must give her all of the bananas so she can feed the others. If you picked all of the bananas on level 1, they will allow you to continue on your journey. If you didn't, they will eat you instead. It is a fact that no human ever escaped a hungry Gru. What happens? I think I do this every time I play this game also. I say, what happens if you don't, like, interact with them? Because they're not attacking. I think there's just, like, visible wall. Yeah, okay. There's just an arbitrary boundary there. Cannot cross that line. Alright, let's talk to Mama Gru. What a delicious treat. Thanks for the bananas. You may continue your journey. The real Gru eat banana world out there. Adventure? I'd love to. Okay, we got some doors here to keep something. Oh, nothing really. 200 bonus points. Okay, that's all our hints. I think this is where, as a kid, I was like, oh, this is a really cool game. Really, and very. Level 3. This level has been closed for several years. Many of the corridors have collapsed, and you will have to find other ways to get out. Watch out for snakes crawling through the area. Yeah, a lot of symbols get established, even in Super ZZT. The Zookeeper has just activated all security systems on this level, including MZA-1 automatic weapons. To escape, you will need to find all of the hidden keys. Good luck. We'll need it. Dead End Road. As seen here. But the curious adventurer is rewarded. Secrets. Watch out for automatic weapons. Good advice. Kinda. Oh wow. Some very generous automatic weapons. Get the hidden treasure at the end of the Dead End Road. There are others on this level, but you'll have to find them yourself. Hint. Oh, yeah, that's like an actual puzzle hint. Dang, I don't want that. Now that's not being so nice. You'll get some puzzles. They're not nearly... Dodge. Not nearly as complicated as the ones in, like, town and dungeons and such. Sometimes you hit an invisible energy barrier, so who knows? Really, the difficulty of puzzles in Super ZZT is you can't see a lot on the screen, which makes sliders a lot tougher to use effectively if you end up having to push things blindly. What's all this for? A wise saying. As water reflects a face, so a man's heart reflects the man. Thank you. That doesn't even go away. We can just get this inspiration whenever we need it. Yeah, let's see. What else about poor Super ZZT made it never take off? Yeah, you're definitely... You lose dark rooms, but yeah, the compromise is that you still do have limited vision of the board, so it kind of evens out there. Energy barrier, sure. You get more flags, which is good. You get a custom counter, which isn't in Monster Zoo, which is good though. Yeah, all these nice colors. But, you get some other stuff that isn't as good. Despite the boards being bigger, you can have less stuff on them than regular ZZT. We kind of know now that we have, like, source code. Reverse... Did we find... I don't think we found Super ZZT source code. Only the reversed engineered stuff, but, getting this game to compile with Pascal of the era was a challenge. That probably contributed to even more compromises. Yeah, the editor hasn't been extended to recognize these new colors, so you still can't, like, put a dark purple gem or anything. You need to solve the puzzle to get the key. That... I think time limits are still implemented, but it doesn't display on the HUD. So that's kind of awkward. Well, I can't even get here, so... Quadrant 2. I don't know what this obsession is between this and Town's Bank with, like, putting things on the opposite side. Quadrant 3. Okay, this I can press. Goal here. I just gotta get this to move tiles over. I need to shove that white slider up. I need to... Here? Is there enough room? See if I make a fool of myself this year or not. Ah, we should be good. Get the heck out of here. Where am I taking this? It's definitely more difficult to navigate this game, now that you can't see everything. Which way do I go? Let's go into the yellow. The water currents are pretty neat. They're useful for like a one-way wall. I guess transporters kind of filled that purpose, but they're noisy. And they also block things. These you can at least shoot over. Yes, there's blue. The puzzle we solved, something like that. Find the secret passage to get the green key. Oh, I shouldn't have gone down that one. A lot more fake wall hunting, but you know, when you're a kid, you can find a fake wall a lot easier than you can solve a slider puzzle, so it is kind of appreciated. Oh, right. There are two, like, official versions of Super ZZT out there. There's the, like, 1.1 original release, and this is the 2.0 update. And like ZZT, stuff is pretty much identical, but this arrow does get added. It's like, no, I don't know if we actually want you to hunt down the fake wall. We'll just put an arrow pointing directly at it. Which, again, is weird, because we just did this with the trees. And they were, like, telling me to count steps and stuff, so it felt like I was actively involved in the process. This is just saying, no, you don't have to look for the fake wall. It's right here. The key. The fake key. Fake green key. The zookeeper had this phony key made to make it more difficult to escape. You guys got too much free time. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? Pretty much is, isn't it? Just like... No, that one's also fake. Never mind. He's getting me. Guess we do have to solve a transporter maze a bit. It's got a sense of humor, unsurprisingly. Love the gradient over here. I think that's where we're going next? Yeah. Oh, they're right here for my energizer. Sorry, my shield. Might wanna get on the bad side of energizer batteries. Oh, the snake revealed the fake. Thank you. ZZT, ZZT. I always think it's like the corner. Yeah, okay. We have one idea for a gameplay mechanic, and that is touching walls and hoping that they're fake. It can get a little scarier if some of the centipedes are still in here, though, chasing you down. You can see that I never retain any knowledge of this game. What? Which one of these things? Okay. I'm always just... no clue which of these fake, where I should be going. I just did this 2 seconds ago and I didn't retain the knowledge. I showed no foresight. On the left, I remember that much. Oh, there was another lower one there. There's just fakes all over the place. Anything else around here? Do I get points for this? Yes, okay. As long as I get points. Whoop. Could have gone a little better. Okay. Now for actual puzzle. We get our choice of a bajillion yellow doors. Gotta not get locked out. But I really want to know about that cool accented N. Slider puzzle there at the end. I think one of these is a fake key, and it might be this one. I think that's what the scroll says. No, okay, it's another quiz. Okay, I don't remember this one. This correct answer, and you will get an extra yellow key. Think about this very carefully because you only get one chance. Art Carney was one of the actors on The Honeymooners. What was his occupation? Bus driver, construction worker, sewer worker. He ran a hardware store. Seeing these choices, I actually think I do remember this. But do y'all know? Do y'all know your honeymooners? Any grandpas in chat? Never saw like a single episode of the show. But I do know that my grandfather did have like a whole bunch of VHS tapes of it. I'm pretty sure it's a bus driver. No. I think I say bus driver every year. Gotta be a bus driver. The sewers? I thought this one sounded very fake. Would have showed up in chat. He worked in the sewers. Okay. Thank you, Snorb. Yeah, nobody would ever cheat this. A lot of this doesn't seem like it's very much designed. Yeah, I know about the domestic violence of the Honeymooners. I don't know about the characters' occupations. Great work, intelligent one. That's using the old noggin. My reward for being familiar with the Honeymooners. Extra key. Oh, there was a bus driver. Snorb, I think we have this same conversation every time I've streamed this game. Straight up. This looks like one key for 3 keys. That seems like a deal. Excuse me, Centipede. Okay, that's 3 keys for 3 keys. That I don't care about. Got a spare. I don't know if I should be spending extra just yet. Let me open the doors that I know I need to first. From there, perhaps we could. Probably need all 3 of these. There's not a lot of room for me to not need all 3 of them. Two more here. I swear there's a fake key somewhere. I think we're still good. You know, I talked about saving anywhere kind of defeating a lot of the challenge of the trivia. But when I was a little kid, I got this on a shareware CD, and I was still very much new to computers. So I was running this game off of the CD, and so I couldn't save. Which I think is why I'm so enamored with it, is it really felt like a monumental task to try and get through this game, because I was trying to do it without saving. There, is this enough? Yeah, I gotta see the accented end, you know. A fruitcake, of course. Delicious. But I think it's very important for ZZT games that are stuck with these graphics to just kind of have fun with the interpretation of things. Show the player a random character and guess what the heck it is. Alright, what other sitcom trivia do we have from like the 50s? Surprise, a yellow key, even better. Open this, that. I don't think I'm gonna get much else out of this. This Barney purple line wall. Take the gems. Let's get some more food for strength. Time for a lunch break. 10 points added to health. It's just... Ellen Pilgrim's writing just adds so much charm to this. Okay, this is the one that I always make a fool of myself on. Okay, so I think the white slider is right down below me. That needs to go down to clear a room. Not just push this, right? No, it's extremely not just that. I extremely do not have this. Ah, no, I started using 2. We can go back to 1 now that I know I didn't actually screw up. One day. Doing that is bad. Other option. Anything else seems... What kills me about this puzzle is that there's like 2 moves you can make, and I somehow always spend 15 minutes on this. I can move this south. I can move this south. I guess I have to go in here first. Yes, there's really any other option. Good. I think this is good. No, even this isn't. Very bad at this. This is why Super ZZT has easier puzzles. They knew that like 40 years later, people would be doing this in front of an audience. Very embarrassed. What am I not looking? This is looking... This is still not right. Oh wait, no it is. It is. That's good. I got it. I can solve a puzzle. I can get a purple key. Horrible. I'm so bad at it. You have made it through level 3 of the Monster Zoo. Way to go. Or hints? Energizers to save ammo? No. Also, yeah, so they're still calling them Energizers here, even though they got renamed to Shield elsewhere. Again, nothing is consistent with these games. Like, where are we now? It feels like I'm outside. Oh, I'm at the ZZT River. I'm at the ZZT River. I'm at the ZZT River. At the combination ZZT River and ZZT River. Oh yeah, I do really love how this, like, game loops back on itself like this. Here we are back in level 1. It could be muscle memory, it could be a late change, but I think that's ZZT's own help file, like, incorrectly calls them shields. I think it might just be that Tim forgot early on, and then just said oops. Let's see, yeah, on to level 4. One day we'll make it to level 6, but not today. Monster Zoo Aquarium. Oh no, the zookeeper. Zookeeper speaks. You are now on level 4. I must say, I didn't expect to see you here. Your skills are really quite impressive. But be warned that no one has ever escaped my monster zoo. You will have to go through water that is infested with hungry piranhas. You will face a very dangerous sea monster and must confront the dreaded turtles before you can escape. However, I could be bribed to give you some clues. I don't know what the deal is with this zoo. One of the floors that I was on has apparently been closed for years. The aquarium seems like you can only interact with it by, like, going in the water, which isn't ideal. I think, like, the first level is fine. As long as you don't open any of the doors. If you observe from a safe distance, you can see some of this. Zookeeper's monster. Would be bribed to give you... It's all about the money in the end. I'll give him 25 gems. I've beaten this game. I don't need the money. I promised I would help you if you brought me 25 gems, and I always keep my promise. When I was little, I used to climb the redwood trees behind the mystery hideout. What you are searching for is in the treehouse. Hey. Hey, Gums, thank you. Info to come in. No, I think he just played here. I think he played in, like, the Californian redwood forest. Then he built a zoo there when he got older. Also, it's taken me until, like, literally now to notice that this guy is... The actual zookeeper is red, and earlier the person we were talking to was in yellow and called the caretaker. So, like, there's employees here. It's not just one guy. Monster Zoo warning beacon. Very strong currents ahead. Watch out that they don't take you out to sea and smash you into an island. That would be bad. There's the turtles. Oh no, yeah, the sea monster is here. I don't know why I always think there's no sea monster. I think it's just because you have to just ignore it. Best as you can. This is also where the giant boards do really benefit the game, just because it kind of loops around. It's only one board, but it connects on all sides, and it just is very easy to get disoriented, which is kind of the whole point. So good job there. Also, here's some ammo that was left over from World War II. So probably not California then. What amazing luck. It's the same size caliber as your pistol. This is... Why are we explaining this ammo? There's been a lot of ammo in this zoo, and we haven't questioned any of it. We've just kind of accepted it. But this specifically, like, this is the old ammo. This is the ammo from before the Honeymooners on TV, even. Maybe they were trying to kill the sea monster? But again, this is supposed to be an aquarium. We're not, like, out in the open ocean. Epic Mega Games was here. Oh. Got the music notes. What do we do with these? I think I got a bonus for that. I assume I did. But just for the fun of it? There's just some stim toys on this island? Well, there's a key. That's probably going to be cool. I will question the music notes. I would... Were they from World War II? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna shoot these fish. There's a lot of keys, actually. Oh, this is like a one-way thing. Hang on. Definitely get this before I forget about it. They're mad at me now. ZZT Bridge. What is this? Is this just like I was gonna put a cave here and then I changed my mind? Even the games themselves have me wondering just how rushed they were. Uh-oh, the turtles. Oh, I didn't get the yellow key, though. These are also trees? That's purple, right? Yellow. What's the beta? Hang on, how would I get there? I don't want these things shooting at me. It has to be from the other side. I'm gonna go here and just try and immediately turn around. Oh, it... Okay. I'm holding against the current. I would have to get in here. Okay, I see kind of a path by the ZZT bridge text. Get here, and I believe it should take me where I need to go. What is this? I don't feel like I usually get this. Wow, rare gems! You found a satchel that is full of rare gems. 20 gems are added to your inventory. Plus, you get 200 bonus points. It's nice that it rewards exploration here. Yeah, that's another thing with the Super ZZT games. They are pretty derivative of one another, which is kind of rough when there's only 3. Need to go somewhere. What if I go down here? This looks like a path. Where's this gonna take me? Out of the way. This is definitely the part... Oh, okay, that's just like a bad path. Let me see here. This would have definitely been before Fantasy... Or no, wait, what has been before? Best of ZZT is the game that I said was coming soon. I think ZZT's Revenge would have been out. He definitely had the game, because that's how the two got introduced to one another. So Fantasy was definitely made. I don't know if it was released. I don't think... No. No, that's right. Best... Yeah, okay. ZZT launches in early 91. There's a world-making contest that's deadline is like, it's either December or the year's end. Super ZZT comes out in October of that year. Just early 1992 is when Best and Revenge comes. So yeah, I think at the time Fantasy wouldn't have been out, but it would have been there. Shooting forward like a dump. Alright, hang on. I gotta find where I'm... Yeah, that makes more sense. Because we know everybody who got a game in ZZT's Revenge got contacted and asked, like, hey, do you want to make a game that's not in ZZT? Except for Alan, who was allowed to make more ZZT. Super ZZT, but... Now, I thought I was able to shoot the other fish just fine. Like, up way more. I'm just going in the same exact loop. me try crossing the bridge. And that does. Didn't he do Kilo Blaster also? Pretty sure he did. I haven't even been here. Oh yeah. Hello. Yeah, the stars are starting to come into play now. Oh, here we go. I don't think I've... Oh, right. Isn't there something like with these? I mean, I guess that counts. I guess eating a mushroom and getting very sick. Oh, is it just all of them? I should probably stop touching these mushrooms that are killing me. Yeah, watch out for those. Okay. Now we have the key. Now we can cross the bridge. You do a lot of eating in this game. It's very food-focused. Which, if my memory is right with Kilo Blaster being an Alan Pilgrim game, that's also true of that game, where most of the power-ups are food. Do not touch the mushroom. Inside this mystery hideout. This I like. I think this is another sign to me about how rushed Super ZZT is. There should really be like a lock camera flag or something. Because this looks so nice. It's just perfectly framed. And then you just start sliding it around for no necessary reason. I guess not by much, but boy, he was probably just trying to minimize it. Oh no, horizontally it definitely goes quite a bit. Let's... Wait, what did I get in here? Green red key. Gets me 25 gems. 25 gems. Bribe the zookeeper. It will be worth it. Without the clue, you would be better off to start pulling your hair out. One hair at a time. Or maybe you could find some enjoyment by hitting your head against a brick wall. Is the only hint that you get on this level. That's all, folks. Here's the regular aisle. There's the sea monster. What's up here? Nothing down here. This part slows me down every time I play it. Mushroom. Not that big. Island I've yet to see. Turtle? Is there like some... trying to see if any patterns are clear in the water here. Oh yeah, this looks like it's got a little interior. Oh, wait, hang on. There's a guy over there. Oh, I'm just gonna get got by a bunch of stars. Oh. I found it. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. To the Island of Freedom. Why do I have a red key, though? Good security alarm. Suddenly, before you even realize what is happening, a solid steel door drops right in front of you. You'll have to find the red key to open it. Don't come back until you are sure it's safe. Quick, get out of here before the guard catches you. Oh, well, there we go. The mystery hideout was just accessible. I think we had to cross the bridge and get past the turtles. Ah! Okay, get out of here. Help. Yes, please. Alright. I'm gonna run my ad break now before I forget, especially since we're definitely halfway through at this point. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll deal with these spiders. If I can. Stick around, we'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. Season's greetings. You were getting some good art there at the end, I saw. Let's deal with these really fast-moving spiders. Spiders are a fun new addition. I actually think this is a really neat idea for an enemy. They've got webs, and they can only walk on the webs. So we're completely safe as long as we keep our distance. Create some interesting opportunities for combat, especially for all the times when you have to walk over spider web, because these things move kind of rapidly, as you can see. Level 5, Land of Dragons and Spiders. First, you must fight your way through cobwebs and giant spiders. Warning, several creatures have escaped and are believed to be on this level. Well, let's see, how much of a threat are they going to be? So far, not much. I guess it also comes down to your resources. I can afford to shoot like 100 bullets at these things. It's fine. Plus, you know, we got plenty of health. We can afford to lose them. Dragons? I'm always saying this. Dragonsville, USA. Or, when we're actually using this font, it looks more like the Democratic Socialist Dragons. Why not? Oh, again, something invisible is blocking the centipedes from leaking out. Oh, that would have been fun. It is dismal and creepy here. There are snakes crawling everywhere in this place. No dragons yet, despite the name. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I got through that unscathed. I guess you can say a purple worm is a type of dragon. Maybe you want to go that route. Yeah, look at all these guys just in the water that just desperately wish they could be killing me right now. You smell the disgusting stench of a dragon nearby. I forgot how anti-dragon this game is. Never mind, Monster Zoo sucks. Don't play it. What an awful thing for this game to say. Extremely rude. There was an invisible tile there, and as soon as I touched it, the lion was then able to attack me. Here's the dragon pups. Poor Super ZZT's one of multiple of Super ZZT's enemies that just doesn't actually do anything. They are just unfinished, and yet despite this, Alan's like, yeah, I'll put some in my... I don't think they can even bite. Also, like, one of them is animating. I don't know why this one gets to animate, but the others don't. Well, that one does too. What's going on with these guys? What was the plan for them? We'll never know. People have asked Tim. He does not remember. A mystery forever, unless we find, like, source code for real this game. Unfortunately, I do have to shoot one of them. I think, actually, maybe I can take the river? Let's see if we can do a dragon pacifist run. I say as I just shoot wildly into the distance, hoping I don't hit anything. Left? Actually, what are my hints? What do you want? Okay, that's helpful. Find the key. I guess that counts as a hint. To the other side here. Are these big dragons? Presumably. These ones are at least attacking me. But you know, given the comments I've made... Full charge or advice? What's the advice? Never stick your tongue in an electric pencil sharpener. Thank you, game. Pay the toll. Mark? I gotta find this key they're talking about. I have no idea where it is. Oh, there's a dragon. A big dragon. Here. Use this special key to open Puff's cage. I still need to find the not-so-special key, though. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna get stuck. Here, because there's also that underground tunnel that I got to. Not like that. Okay, red confirms that they are also dragons. Up here, actually? No, because there's some more great trivia. If I can get to it. I don't like fighting the water currents like this. Oh, even worse. Oh, wait. Well, maybe not that bad. Gotta get to the trivia, though. Otherwise, what's even the point? Underground tunnel. Well, still got invisible walls, which I would also say is a negative. They should have made invisible walls take 1 health every time you bump one. That would have been a fun prank. I don't know what a controlled dose is, though, because, like, if it's over in 5 seconds, why did you even bother? And if it's like this, then, again, why did you even bother? How many gigabytes of like, footage do I have that are just me bumping into invisible walls? Okay, well, I definitely need to go this way. Otherwise, I'm going nowhere. Just hear the key mashing, because I just don't care. I want nothing more than to go forward. Is this necessary? Oh, you know you can't, yeah. No, there's no way the gem lets you also get the key. That would be absurd. We gotta take the longest route possible. Just invisible maze works. I hate this. You know what? I think this is what you get because there's no torches. This is the closest thing we can simulate to a maze in the dark. It does say we're underground. Okay. I've got this accursed key. Do not care about anything else here. Do not want those gems. I don't care how much health they give me. My only interest is leaving. And that trivia. Oh, right. That's not going to take me where I came from. That's going to take me right here. Or a whole bunch of monsters are waiting. Gotta pay the toll again. 70. Okay. What happens if you don't have the money for the toll? Are you actually stuck, or is there just a long way around? Try this again. Okay. What we got? More free advice. Never trust a smiling dog. Never hide your money in a car muffler. Never lick your lips in an ice storm. Where does all this come from? Is this some popular book in the 90s? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta pay the toll again. This guy's making bank off me. This is how the zoo stays in business. Okay, you get yelled at by the troll. Alright, we can finally... the big dragon. And it's just Puff. Like... Not a stinky dragon or whatever they said. Well, that's what you get if you shoot the dragon. Although the other ones do shoot you. You have to recognize friend and foe. Otherwise, that's on you. Restart your game. You're playing off a CD. No resets. I did not get this far as a kid. If I got this far as a kid, I would have beaten the game. I think I was always stuck in the aquarium. If I could even make it that far. The magic dragon speaks. I will show you the way to the hidden exit. But don't tell the zookeeper that I helped you find the exit, or he'll make dragon burgers out of me. Follow me, brave warrior. Good save. Also, weird choice of character for a dragon. Hint. If you leave this level without getting the cyan key from the underground tunnel, you're doomed. So get it first. Here's the hidden exit. To level V. I. 6. I don't know what happened there. Here we are, back in level 1. I'm full circle and can finally open this dang door. And enter the pit of great despair. Good names in this one for sure. Slime warning. Stop the slime from getting out of the pit. If it gets out, your chances of survival are approximately 1 in 48 million. I don't know, I got a lot of ammo. Oh, I don't think it spreads onto the floor. Guess if it does, then it could be a problem. Killer bees, also. Lots of problems. Killer bees are loose on this level. Use extreme caution. I think this area also has like a hidden secret towards the beginning. Bonus point. Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, but now I let these guys in here. Careful. Ouch. Epic. Now we know. More games need to just put the company brand just randomly on the walls. I think that's important. I want to go in... Oh, this one's also... Okay, I do want to go in that direction now. The shield. The neutral zone, I see. It's anything but. Keep on trucking. A lot of good lines. Anything to motivate the player. If you see a scroll, you're gonna want to read it. I Nice ping pong path. And color. Got the Super Famicom colors, give or take. Where is that? Oh dear. Oh, cool. Thank you for the one-line message that nobody will ever get to read because they're being mauled by a lion instead. Sometimes it's a bit rude. We're back. No, it's over there. Purple over here, okay. You know, I guess I can't complain too much, because if you ever played my Oktoberfest game, Bear With Me, that one, I started with that gag, where you would read the opening scroll and then immediately be hit by the bear and the game would end, and it led to the discovery of a new ZZT glitch. So, who's to say if it's good or bad or not, actually? Oh, this part. Print fast. Gets me every time. Well, here's the killer bees. Great tree. Okay, yeah, we can just... I don't know if it's a good idea to kill all the bees. Bunch of clovers. What do we get out of this? Now, what was that song? Because that sounded very elaborate. Oh, we can just... Yeah, okay, let's listen to it again. What is this? That makes sense. Alan Pilgrim knows all the hits. Go this way first. Oh, yeah. Oh, is this the, Right. Can't forget. The incredible Orb of Zarkon. You know. The zookeeper lost this precious orb several years ago. It seems that he received it as a gift from a princess. I really want to know more about this zookeeper's backstory. Bring it to him, and you may actually escape the monster zoo alive. You skipped the orb? We're about to enter a network of... That's always my question with these games, is like... How can you break them? Or have them break you? Oh, this sucks. I've got a big board, I gotta fill it. Oh, is there really nothing else in here? I'm singing high praises about this game, and this is what we get at level 6. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. This way to the zookeeper. We're almost done. You feel like you're being watched, but you don't seem to be in any danger. That's good, I guess. Your deal? What is your deal? None of you are... You're not doing anything. Okay, you can just... A little pacing. Wait, he's right here? He was like 3 feet away from this orb. Thank you, brave adventurer, for finding the lost Orb of Zarkon. It is very valuable and has great sentimental value as well. Because you returned it to me, I will allow you to get the purple key from my private chambers. You will also receive a very large reward, which I will give to you personally on level 7. Go ahead and get the purple key now, but I must ask that you do not touch anything else. Just a complete 180 in personality. Give a man an orb and he will just be unable to resist. Oh, right. I wasn't supposed to touch that. Never mind. He still hates us. Every time. I've been trained by video games my entire life. If I see a gem, I want to take it. Do I have to go backwards through this? Is this the intended experience? God, now imagine if like 10-year-old me playing off that CD did get this far without dying, saving, and touch that gem. It would have like permanently altered my life. I would have never ZZT'd again. All these bad habits got learned from somewhere. I believe the slime zapper should be here. Didn't die that time. We can see the gigantic bombs. They're huge in this game. That was close. Did not need that. Can you just skip that blue key then? Yes, you could. Alright, we've made it to the final level. Congratulations! Great job! You have managed to escape from the monster zoo alive. You accomplished what only an elite few have. This level is the zookeeper's personal living quarters. So yeah, he does live here. You have been granted permission to explore any room you would like. The zookeeper is preparing your reward right now, and will meet you a little later. Yeah, it does that thing where when it doesn't need the whole board, it just takes advantage of that extra space. And bonus. Yeah, we're done here. You get 1 point for each unit of ammo you conserved. You gotta make sure we see everything. It's very easy to miss stuff, because you don't think to go down here. I never would. You have to check out the Hall of Music. Get the game's soundtrack as a reward. Nice. Yeah, and all the hits are here. They're good conversions. Like, all the music in this game does sound good. I think Alan Pilgrim was just having fun with computers. Look, I can make it make sounds. Nothing but hot jams in this game. spoiled it a little, but there's the jacuzzi. Snack bar. Is everything else in there? I guess so. Nothing else to see. Alright, let's get a reward. Only go this way if you desire to end the game now. Zookeeper greets you. Welcome, please come in. I've been expecting you for some time now. Here's a check made out to you for the sum of $10,000 for recovering the lost orb. Follow me. We get 10,000 points, and funnily enough, in the original release of this game, you only get 1,000. Don't trust this guy. Try out the jacuzzi. I'm going to rest. I will. Everybody who made anything with Super ZZT was like, well, I have to put a jacuzzi in. I think this kind of bled over to ZZT even. People just like put like stealth conveyors and things. Be like, yep, that's the jacuzzi. More of a washing machine. I don't know if jacuzzis should be pushing you around so forcefully. Trying to leave and I couldn't. Help. Help, I'm stuck in the jacuzzi. Oh, thank goodness. Gems. 3 jewels. These ones I'm allowed to touch. He doesn't care about those, as long as he's got his orb. Snack bar. Got a banana, of course. A delicious banana. A chocolate sundae. Like the day of the week, covered in chocolate. Fresh red apple. All kinds of goodies here. It's a nice place. Can't you see this? Any hints? I feel like I've forgotten about the hint system yet again. Okay, I think we're done though. More music. Thank you for playing. You have solved ZZT's Monster Zoo, Volume 6 of the ZZT series. Well, Volume 7, but who's counting? That's another thing. Super ZZT is incredibly inconsistent with its numbering. I always just go by the title screen on this as canon, because that actually lists every single thing. But we know at least that originally, I think the order was different, and also originally Monster Zoo wasn't going to be the shareware episode, it was going to be Lost Forest, and then Tim was like, actually, Monster Zoo is like a way better game, and people might actually pay money if we give them that one first. But they're all very disconnected. I don't even think they got numbered prior to Super ZZT. Like, the first 4 are just kind of whatever. A lot of them seem to like list caves as just like a bonus game and like independent of the others. It's weird. Anyway, 10 points for your accumulated health. Bound for last would be interesting. But like, it doesn't ultimately matter all that much. I feel like all these games do a good enough job telling you what they need to tell you for you to figure out what you need to be doing. It doesn't really matter if it calls them lions or ruffians or whatever. Alright, we've escaped. Goodbye. Done. 13,000 points. I think that beat Alan's record here. Let's see. Too high score for Monster. Oh no, he beat me! How do you beat me? What does he know that I don't? What the heck? I just took too much damage, I guess. I would have got more bonus points. Dang. No, sadly the Warp Zone Whirlpool is only in Lost Forest. No, I don't think I did also, because the secret bonus there was kind of miserable. Yeah, the ending to Lost Forest, if you step onto the water before you die, it's really good. It's my favorite thing about Super ZZT days. Is the Ultra Jacuzzi. Alright, well, you bested me this year, Alan. Maybe next year. That is Volume 7, not 6. Monster Zoo. The ordering info? I don't think that's... Oh no, it's here. Yeah. All 3 unique volumes. You can register and order the game world for $12 each, or $24 for all 3. Oops. If you buy them all, you also get a complete map of the ZZT domain, hints for the games, and a free bonus game from Epic Mega Games. You know, if there were maps for Super ZZT, we still don't have them. We finally got like a plain Super ZZT disc of the era, and it was just the disc. It didn't have the accompanying printouts, if there were any. Which is a real shame, because I do love those maps. And if there are maps of these, I would also really love to see what they look like, given the giant board size. So if you ever come across some authentic vintage maps, yeah, let me know. Get in touch. We've got like the ones for ZZT's Revenge. Got the ones for the original worlds. Not Super ZZT. We're lucky we found somebody who actually kept their disc of this. All games at $2 shipping and handling. Tim Sweeney, author of ZZT. Alright, that is going to do it then for tonight. Let's move over to our credits scene and say our farewells. Quit ZZT. Yes. There's a dragon. Alright, that is going to do it for today. I hope you all had fun taking a look at Super ZZT again for the year. Monster Zoo is still pretty enjoyable, but level 6, I think, the more I look at level 6, the harder it is to say nice things. For the most part, it's a really solid game. And given the state of your other options for Super ZZT Worlds, still one of the best by far. Way up there. Absolute classic. Even if it's rude to dragons for some weird reason. That'll do it for today. We will be back again on Sunday. We are currently going through 24 hours of ZZT game contest entries. We are going through the Spring 1999 series, where the event where the topic was fear, playing some interesting games to say the least. Been a lot of fun stuff in this contest so far, actually. It's one of the better ones so far, at least. After that, we will be back again next Friday. We're going to play one more Super ZZT game for the road. Gotta see something third party just to see what other options we've got. Author Blues it is, I can do that. I already have the game picked out. I'm gonna start Fight the Journey. Typed the name wrong. I'm trying to get it right. Here, I'm not seeing it. I keep spelling things wrong. Wow, I'm still spelling things. There we go. Next week we are going to be playing on Friday The Long Voyage by Chris Jong. The few Super ZZT games out there. Never played it. I thought it would be very funny since it actually has a sequel. We'll play one game this year. We'll finish The Long Voyage next year. It'll be a long voyage for sure. Got a demo for a third one, but I don't think I want to wait another year for that. That's my plan. Chris John's games for ZZT are pretty impressive, I suspect. This will be no different. One last time, thank you all for watching. Hope you all had fun. Thank you all for your support today. Hope to see you all next time.